Hi, I'm JJ Berger, an application engineer with Ansys, and today we're going to review a new feature included with the upcoming 2024 R2 release of Behavior Execution Engine. This new feature enables users to see and interact with state machine diagrams defined in their SysML projects directly from our SysML Client application. To see this new feature in action, let's take a look at the UAV mission tutorial project included with the Behavior Execution Engine installation. Here we have that example open, and on the left I have the UAV mission scenario open in STK, and on the right I have the SysML Client application open with the Cameo project loaded and the simulation I want to run selected from the dropdown. What I'd really like to be able to do is, without opening Cameo, view the state machine diagrams defined in the MDZip so I can see what behaviors are defined and observe how systems transition through their state machines as the simulation runs. For the 2024 R2 release, we've added this model tab to the SysML Client application, which allows us to do just that. There are 3 different pages contained on this new tab. On the diagrams page, we see a list of all the state machines that are defined in the model and can choose to open any or all of the diagrams we want to take a look at. The active page populates during simulation execution and shows a list of all of the active instances and their associated state machines so that users can open state machines for each individual instance participating in the simulation. I'll talk a little bit more about this later. Finally, we have a legend page, which is a convenient reference for users that describes what all the various colors and symbols mean. I'll open a few diagrams for our UAV tutorial example. I can simply click the box next to any of the state machines to open it, and what will be presented is a representation of that state machine directly out of my model. Now, as a user that may not have access to Cameo, I can view the state machine diagrams to understand what system behaviors have been defined. But these diagrams are not simple static views. I can click in the diagram either on a state or on a transition, and you'll notice it switches to being highlighted in red, and set breakpoints for the simulation. This is critical when I want to further investigate the simulation at a given point or during a certain state being active. Finally, I can run my simulation and I will be able to see the state machines execute during the simulation run. When a breakpoint that I've set is reached, the simulation will pause, as indicated in my SysML Client application. From there, I can step through the simulation step by step, or I can continue the simulation all the way up until the next breakpoint. I can remove breakpoints during the simulation, click continue, and then see my simulation continue to play out until it completes. Let's take a look at another example and see how we can make good use of the active page on our model tab. In this example, we have a central base station that deploys a user configurable number of autonomous search agents, or Roombas, that are going to look for an object called Dust Bunny. If I go over to my model tab and look at the diagrams page, notice that I only have one option for viewing a Roomba state machine. When I pull it open, I can see that I have multiple active states all at once in some cases. This is because this single diagram is trying to represent the state for all 10 Roombas that are currently active in my simulation. Looking over now at my active page, I can see that there is a full list of 10 different Roomba state machines I'm able to pull open. And so I can investigate each individual instance of the Roomba in the simulation by looking at its individual state machine. This really helps me better understand the differences that might be happening between, say, Roomba number 3 and Roomba number 4 as my simulation plays out. Hopefully you have a better understanding of this new feature in Behavior Execution Engine, and you can see how users are going to be able to monitor their simulations, see which states are active, set breakpoints that helps them investigate further or do some debugging, and even view these per instance state machines when they have multiple systems of the same type that are in the simulation. If you want to learn more or you have any questions, I encourage you to come over to ansys.com and check us out.